Hi, we're Aaron and Sandra from Travel Blocks. In May 2023, we quit our jobs, sold everything we own to travel the world full time. Having said that, we need to make our money last as long as possible, so we never have to go back to work.
Where were we in November? Our home country visit kicked off on November the 1st when our cruise ship docked in Sydney.
From there, we jetted straight to Geelong to spend a lovely weekend with my brother and his family.
Next, we took a road trip back to our hometown to visit with Sandy's parents.
It's been a real blessing having this little space of our own at their place. We're so grateful for this cosy haven while we figure out our next steps. We also went to Melbourne for a few day trips and spent 2 nights in Melbourne to meet up with a bunch of Go With Less friends. And the cherry on top? Having a car. It's been a luxury we don't normally have when we're in Australia, and we're making the most of it.
Okay, let's get the ball rolling with the numbers for November. It's always in Australian dollars, and starting with domestic and local transport, which was $715, and $390 of that was flights from Sydney to Avalon Airport. We also have a car this month, which is not normal for us, so it's a little bit different. Thanks, Ken and Sal, once again. And that included things like petrol and miscellaneous expenses to keep the car running. We also took the train to Melbourne several times to catch up with friends.
Okay, the next one on the list is groceries, $707. And then we're going to go straight into apps and subscriptions. So when we're traveling, we have normal yearly costs, and we had a lot of them. So let's have a look. That's $625. That consisted of Surfshark, $112, Holiday Sitting, which is one of the house sitting websites that we use, and that was $115. Trusted House Sitters, $229, so both of them in the same month. The GoPro membership was $71, and then Travel Spend, which is the one that we track all of this on, it was $99, and that was not yearly. I actually ended up buying that as a lifetime membership. Tried it for 1 year. 1 year was up, went for the lifetime membership on that one.
Yeah.
So a big month for apps and subscriptions.
Food and drink was $377, and that was mainly because we're in Melbourne, staying in a hotel and not having the normal conveniences. We ate out a fair bit.
Yeah, when we're in Ballarat or Geelong, we're really eating
In. Yeah.
We don't normally have that kind of expense on food and drink, but spending 2 nights in Melbourne, that certainly brought the price up.
Health this month was $355. That comprised of GP visits and dentist, just to do our yearly checkups.
Our next category is shopping, $256. While we're in Australia, we do tend to swap out a few items, trying to get things lighter and smaller.
Yeah. Accommodation was $227. We needed to stay in an Accor hotel 2 nights to gain our platinum status by the end of the year.
Fees and charges, $35. Personal care, I got a haircut for $35. And phone and internet, $35. Oh no, $34.
34.
I'm on a roll there with 35. Last but not least, sightseeing and activities for $25. I went to a scrapbooking workshop.
It's a big expense.
And so for the totals for the month, so adding all those things up in all of those categories came to $3,391. The goal for the month was $3,300, so we were over by $91.
It's time for our annual budget update for January through to November. Our target was set at $52,730. So where do we stand this time, Sandy?
Well, drum roll please.
We are at $53,493. Still a little over budget for the year, but it's still just a little over.
Yeah, that wraps up our November spending report. So let's see if we can make our annual budget. by not spending any money in November.
No,
It's no December.
no.
Yes, it should have been November. That's right. So in December, we're still at home in Australia.
Stay tuned as we share our monthly budget and how we adapt our spending to fit our ever-changing lifestyle. If you're a fellow traveller and planning to hit the road soon, this series is for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe and follow along with our travels.
That's all, folks.